Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Director Comey. A prosecutor has really awesome power. The power to prosecute is the power to destroy, and it has to be used with restraint. You obviously know that. You're being asked to, you have had to exercise that responsibility in the context of a very contested presidential campaign, enormous political pressure. You had to do it once before. And I go back to that evening of March 10, 2004, when the question was whether a surveillance program authorized after 9/11 by President Bush was going to continue, despite the fact that the Justice Department had come to an independent legal conclusion that it actually violated our constitutional rights. That's a tough call, because America was insecure. The President was asserting his authority as Commander-in-Chief to take an action that was intended to protect the American people. But you and others in the Justice Department felt that whatever that justification was, the Constitution came first, and you were going to defend it. And as I understand it, you were on your way home and had to divert your drivers to go back to the hospital to be at the bedside of a very sick, at that time, Attorney General. And you had to stand in the way of the White House Chief of Staff and the White House Counsel. I'm not sure that was a popular decision or one that you could have confidently thought would be a career booster. But I want to thank you for that. Fast forward, we've got this situation of a highly contested political campaign. And there is substantive concern that's legitimate by Democrats and Republicans for independent political reasons. But you had to make a call that was based upon your view of the law, not your view of how it would affect the outcome of who would be the next Commander-in-Chief. Others have asked this for you, but I think I'm close to the end. I want to give you a chance to just answer, I think, the bottom line questions here. Had you, after your thorough investigation, found evidence that suggested that criminal conduct occurred, is there anything, or anyone that could have held you back from deciding to prosecute?
No. I don't have the power to decide prosecution, but I'd have worked very hard to make sure that a righteous case was prosecuted.
And you would have made that recommendation to the Attorney General?
Yes.
Was there any interference, implicit or explicit, from the President of the United States or anyone acting on his behalf to influence the outcome of your investigation in the recommendation that you made?
No.
Was there anyone in the Hillary Clinton campaign or Hillary Clinton herself who did anything directly or indirectly to attempt to influence the conclusion that you made to recommend no prosecution?
No.
At this moment, after having been through several hours of questioning, is there anything in the questions you've heard that would cause you to change the decision that you made?
No. I don't love this, but it's really important to do. And I understand the questions and concerns. I just want the American people to know we really did this the right way. You can disagree with us, but you cannot fairly say we did it in any kind of political way. We don't carry water for anybody. We're trying to do what the right thing is.
Well, I very much appreciate that, and I very much appreciate that it takes strong people of independent judgment to make certain that we continue to be a nation of laws. Mr. Chairman, just one final thing, and I'll yield to Mr. Cummings. We've got a political debate where a lot of these issues that are going to be, that have been raised, are going to be fought in the campaign. And we've got Secretary Clinton who's going to have to defend what she did. She's acknowledged it's a mistake. We've got that great constitutional scholar, Mr. Trump, who's going to be making his case about why this was wrong. But that's politics. That's not really having anything to do with the independence of prosecutorial discretion. Thank you, Director Comey. And I yield whatever additional time I have to Mr. Cummings.